So this is it's a deep spiritual teaching, but we forget about it.
Hey, fellow dog lovers, happy midweek. Just wanted to drop a little wisdom on you. I think with all that we've been through lately, it just has made us kind of step back and see what's really important in life. And Alma shares it very eloquently. What has your dog taught you recently, like a life lesson or a spiritual lesson? Something that has really sat with you, especially right now. We're in a very hard time when I can't see you and I can't hug you in person. So I have to do this Zoom thing, right? So would you say there's any spiritual lessons you feel like you've kind of garnered from the pup?
Yeah, I feel like his openness, like Nile's openness to just love. It's like he's pure love to me. And I feel like, whether you do a spiritual practice or you're working maybe with certain spiritual paths, there's many different ones, that this love is so important. I will use the word unconditional love. And through this time, it's like, wow, he just has all this love exuding from him. It puts me in that place of calm. Mm-hmm. Right. When I have the day I wake up and I'm like, yeah, the moaning and his, makes me laugh, but I know I can just feel it's going to be a more darker day for me. Mm-hmm. Because, your mind is going up and down, it's like, wow, you worry about friends, you worry about family. Am I going to catch it? If you look at news for a little bit. So, he's like that pure love. They say the eye of a hurricane, is where it's the calmest. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's like what his teaching is to, constantly still love also, like, different people, right? They might be a little bit more uptight maybe, or some people are not so worried about it, and everybody's position with this virus, we have to love everyone no matter what their choices are. Like, my daughter decided to stay in Miami. I had wished she had come home. Yeah. Everybody has their choices, but in it, right, we can constantly love. And I think that's a very deep teaching, whether it's virus, it's religious beliefs, it's political beliefs. Right. So I don't think maybe this is going to be the virus will be the World War III. Huh. A lot of people feel it is that might transform the human beings back to, really what matters. And if you look at, we have many things that matter, right, in our lives. We want to be happy. We want to also be successful. Right. We want, but wow, love is, it transcends. Absolutely. Everything. So I think that his constant, Nile's constant love and kisses and his playfulness and his he loves stealing slippers and flip-flops, and he runs around, or he might dig a hole, but he's like, his love for his environment. Right. But his love for his owners is a big, I think it's a big teaching that, we know this, I think, as human beings, that love is a very important, we want to be loved, we want to love. Right. But sometimes I feel like, animals are just in their element of love. They're just that pure unconditional love, and it can always be taught if you're available to it. But right now we're so, like, confined. Right. Yes, we are. Yeah. If you do have a dog, or you have any furry animal, or maybe it's a reptile, it's like, really find that. Because at the end of the day, okay, if I live to 90, right, which I have many more years to live, but at the end of the day, it's all going to be about who I loved, right, and the love that came back to me. Yes. So this is it's a deep spiritual teaching, but we forget about it when we're in our everyday. Oh my God, oh my God, oh, now I got to run here, I got to run there, I'll teach again. Oh, now it's dinner time. It's like this quiet time is like the personal love retreat. But this love, is a teaching that I feel like we sometimes forget about.
We do. You're right.
What is important at the end of the day? If I look at, I'm not going to have this beautiful home, I'm not going to have the love of my life. So it's a beautiful to recognize how much love, specifically talking about a dog, dogs or our babies, our boys and girls. But, that is to recognize that deep love, that deep connection is, wow, that gets you through it.
Yes.
Or the more grumpy days or the days you feel off, it's like you look and I'm like, oh my gosh, how lucky am I?
Right. Right. And I always say, I think the best way to describe dogs is they are unconditional love wrapped in fur. I don't know how else to describe them. They just are so genuine. They don't lie to you. They don't act fake. They don't pretend anything. They're just full on love and ready to be loved and ready to give love.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for so beautifully putting that and reminding us of what is the most important thing and why we need to pay attention to them and to what they're teaching us.
Right.
Thank you so much. Love is what it really comes down to for our furry friends and for each other. Wish you blessings and peace.